When I was launching in 2005, Jet Airways had a market share of 48%. Now, when you try and take on a big market leader, you better know what you're doing. Otherwise, it's a sure shot sort of route to failure. So we looked at the Jet Airways business model. We once again went to market to research. Of course, today we have all the big market research agencies of the world operating in India. So we used, and we didn't go for sample sizes of 300 and 400, which typically market research companies do. We demanded a sample size of 1,000 in each city. And so we came out with a pretty robust market research. We even researched what should be the name of the airline. And of course, Kingfisher. Because of the image of Kingfisher, the brand Kingfisher, it scored the highest. And of course, the airline was born as Kingfisher. But said, how do we take on the loyal jet customer who probably had millions of air miles and everything else to keep him there? We went into the mind of the Indian consumer. Indians love entertainment, even for 1 minute. That is why Bollywood is so relevant to India. Hollywood is not as relevant to America. But if you're a Shah Rukh Khan fan, you want to see that Shah Rukh Khan once, even for a fleeting moment. And so we decided for the first time in India to put in-flight entertainment at the back of each seat, a TV screen with entertainment. My good friend Naresh Goel of Jet Airways immediately made a statement saying I didn't know anything about the airline business. It was a big mistake with airline flight schedules being in India to get around. Everything is under 3 hours. Not like here in the US where you have coast-to-coast long-haul flights. And he said, this is a complete waste. The airplanes will be too heavy because of the servers and everything else, and this is a mistake. Well, to cut a long story short, in 1 year's time, Jet Airways started retrofitting their own fleet, putting in IFE. Because the kids loved it so much, they insisted on the parents they only want to fly Kingfisher. It worked. And when Jet Airways started putting in IFE, we anticipated that they would. We just installed antennas and launched live TV. So we kept ahead of the game and ahead of the competition in the process. That was all kind of getting into the mind of the consumer, understanding consumer expectation. And what was relevant 5 years ago is no longer relevant today. And what is relevant today in India will not be relevant 5 years from now.